My reaction to this was similar to the first indictment, which is if you're going to take the extreme step of indicting the likely nominee of the opposition party, um,
Yes.
the case has to meet two fairly simple tests. It has to be really serious, and it has to be a pretty good case.
Right.
The first one doesn't meet either of those tests. The Manhattan case, like, it clearly is. I mean, it's barely even a crime. It's only a crime according to this arcane legal theory, which has never been proven before in a court. And I think they'd have a lot of work to do to get there. And who's going to say that paying off a prostitute, or I'm sorry, not a prostitute, a porn star to
Right.
keep quiet, like that? It's pretty tough to call that like an earth-shattering matter of national security. Here we have a crime that the current president has basically already admitted to doing the same thing, and it involves the Espionage Act, which has been abused repeatedly going back the last 15 years or so in a variety of cases, and Barack Obama sets the record for using it against leakers. It's used in the Assange case in an extremely dubious way. So he may be guilty of this, right? There may actually be a mishandling of documents. So it may meet that test. But in terms of the seriousness of it, the average person is going to look at this and say it's a politicized investigation the same way they did the first one.
First of all, it's going to remain a mystery, apparently, what the documents actually are. There seems to be no prospect of finding out what these sensitive documents were, which causes one to imagine a terrible rug pull when they turn out to be pictures of him with, Kim,
right?
Or him and Tiger Woods shaking hands or something with a big trophy between them. We'll assume that they are somewhat more serious than that, these underlying documents. But I see no reason, if you're a Trump supporter or if you are a neutral party who's just concerned about precedent and, the future of democracy, as they say, I see no reason why you should imagine this is anything other than political. It is the latest in a series of prosecutorial gestures toward Trump that go back years and years and years. All of the previous, I guess, except Bragg, have turned out, because that hasn't been adjudicated yet, have turned out to be vaporous, even somewhat hysterical, and to have been backed by partisan forces. So why this should be any different, I don't know. In other words, if the threshold here is to convince Trump supporters or the neutral onlooker that this is in fact a grave and serious prosecution, I don't think that's been met, and I don't think it looks like it will be.